The U.S. has changed. You can see it in the world. You can feel it in the earth. You can smell it in the air. The U.S. was regulating like usual, and the economy was booming.
Like any other day, everything seemed ordinary. Adults would get up early and prepare for their day. Children would wake up early as well and get ready for school. From morning to night, everyone had their own daily schedule to follow. The government, on one hand, tries its best to provide for the community each day. The government provides us with services like education, maintenance, police protection, programs, public roads, libraries, hospitals, and more. The government passes laws to ensure everyone's safety and contain control within the border. The government's role is to help the people. The people help by either working or buying things, and by doing so, they contribute to the economy. Everyone has their own place in society. Like any other day, everyone was able to go out whenever they want and do whatever they desire and have fun with their friends. They were able to travel around the world if they desire and see new destinations. They could go out to parties with many people and have the time of their life. People were able to walk their dogs, go to the mall, get exercise, and be outside freely without feeling scared. Until one day, a virus came. Dun, dun, dun. We call it the coronavirus.
More than 2,000 deaths associated with coronavirus in a single day. There have now been over 20,000 deaths there and more than 500,000 confirmed infections.
When all things were well, the U.S. had a sudden rise in the numbers of people infected with coronavirus. Many businesses were suddenly closed for weeks, some were even closed for months. Schools were said to be closed until April, but with the increasing number of people testing positive, schools decided to close down until the end of the school year. Many events were canceled or postponed as a result. In order to ensure public safety, the government implemented a shelter-in-place policy that requires people to be quarantined for 30 days. People are still able to leave their homes, but only for necessities like grocery shopping or essential work. Even after the first 30 days of shelter in place, numbers of infected people continued to rise, and the government decided to extend the quarantine another 30 days. People had to change their lifestyles quickly and adjust to start working from home. Many businesses are losing profit because the economy is declining and people are losing jobs and facing new financial issues. Students also have to adapt to their new schedules because school is online now.
The government has also implemented some rules. For example, people have to be at least 6 feet apart from other people. Mandatory social distancing and no large crowds of people. People are also required to wear masks out in public during the 2 weeks peak period, where the number of infected people is expected to be at its highest. The government was requiring social distancing and quarantine in an effort to flatten the curve and stop the spread of the virus. The federal government has taken steps to provide for health and safety, opened up drive-through testing stations, and more.
Cases on cases increased and became a huge pandemic, causing a nationwide panic. Only the government could make us feel comforted. The government took some action and increased funding and spending to protect the people. Trump finally declared a state of emergency and freed up $50 billion to help Americans affected by the outbreak. The government has to increase spending on public health and medical aid due to the virus. Trump has signed a $8.3 billion emergency spending package. The Federal Reserve will inject about $1.5 trillion into the financial system. The House of Representatives approved $8 billion in emergency spending to develop medical treatments and to prevent new infections. Each state government is handling the virus differently, and some earlier than others, which affects the control of the virus. The government took action later than they should have, but at least they have provided some sort of comfort to the people through the scary pandemic.
Who knows when this pandemic will end? Some scientists believe there may be a second wave of the mutating coronavirus in fall 2020 or sometime in 2021. The end could be soon or perhaps in a few months. As of right now, no one can predict.